13 always. I might have to do this again because it keeps beeping out. Technology's been crazy. The internet went out yesterday. We live in a small town too. It's not like we're out in the country anymore, so it was weird. But it went out till 11 p.m. Very interesting. The granddaughters like to have something to watch when they go to bed, which is maybe not a great habit. So we took care of that. Today we're talking about, on day 2713, a couple of things. We're focusing on the mental area and aspect of the life framework. Got that right here. Physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, financial, relationships, contribution, communication, and confidence. I will repeat this often so that we get those. If you're not using a framework to kind of structure your life, plan your goals, and your life out, guess what? Somebody else is planning your life for you, and you're probably leading the life that they have planned for you, which is part of today's topic. We're focusing on mental health and well-being this entire month. And today's topic is limiting beliefs. Yesterday, we just thought about our beliefs. What are our beliefs about? Our thoughts, our thinking, our intelligence, our ego, our identity, anything that we form a thought of, which basically is the framework of everything that we are, we have beliefs about. Beliefs are thoughts that we think a lot. So if I think I'm a klutz a lot, guess what? I'm a klutz. I do klutzy things. And every time I do a klutzy thing, I reinforce that. Now, Jim Edwards, my internet marketing fame friend, pointed this out when we were on the gym boat one year. I tripped getting off of the boat for an excursion we were on. And I said, oh my God, I'm such a klutz, or oh, I'm such a klutz. And he looked at me and he said, Sharon, did you really just say that out loud? I said, yes, I did. And that was my reminder to remember that we get what we speak about in our lives. And so if I didn't want to be a klutz anymore, I needed to deal with that particular limiting belief. Now, where did it come from? And let's talk about the process. How do we do this? Because we're going to encourage you to do this today. Step one is become aware of it. Well, when one of your heroes and mentors points out that you just did a negative thing or said a negative thing, you pay attention, right? At least I did, and was embarrassed, by the way, which I felt more embarrassed by saying the negative thing that I really knew was a lie than that I even tripped. So the first thing is become aware of that we've got a thought or a belief that isn't serving us in the highest possible way. Because guess what? If I continually believe that I am uncoordinated and a klutz, I will continue to have mishaps and accidents. The universe serves us up whatever we say we want. And so I decided to take that off my menu. Step two is we want to go ahead and look at and ask ourselves and challenge that belief. Once we get a belief and we say, that might not be giving me the results we want. We always know by the results we're getting if we've got a limiting belief or not. If we're getting stress, anxiety, any negative emotions, doubt, worry, fear, sleepless nights, etc., we want to identify what is the root cause of that. What's causing that? And often it's a belief we have about a situation, person, place, or thing that probably isn't even true, or about ourselves. Most often it's about ourselves. And so we want to have a strategy for addressing these. So step two is to challenge that belief. Am I a klutz? That means I have to be a klutz 100% of the time, every day of my life, from the time I'm born to the time I die. So that's ridiculous, right? It's obviously false. It's not true. I am not a klutz. Do we all do uncoordinated things at some time in our life? Yeah. Remember when you learned to walk? That wasn't pretty, probably for any of us. So we want to question it, ask questions. Where did it come from? How did that come up? Why is it bothering me now? And what am I going to do about it? I am not even looking at the right sheets today. Step three is to reframe that belief. So instead of I am a klutz, I am going to say I am coordinated, or I am whatever. I can't remember even what I did to get rid of it. So now I think I might have said, I do klutzy things sometimes, or humans do klutzy things on occasion, or something like that. I don't remember, but it was effective because I don't think I'm a klutz anymore. Do I do silly things sometimes? Yes, absolutely. We all do, but that's called being human. It doesn't make me that thing, right? Step three, we're going to reframe it. Step four, we're going to take empowered action to reinforce that. So maybe I will do a couple of risky things successfully to prove to me that I'm not a klutz, that I don't always fall in the water, or I don't always trip on the boat, or etc. And then finally, we're going to find ways to reinforce that new belief. So what I do is I usually do affirmations about something, especially as soon as I discover it, I'll take an action and then I affirm the new behavior, the new belief, the new desired thing that I want, the new outcome. And I use affirmations for that. I use affirmations in when I double up my ability to get things done. So when I'm brushing my teeth, I do affirmations. When I'm going for a walk, if I've got something that's bothering me and I want to fix, I will do affirmations of the things that I want. And then when I have wins, when I see myself successfully achieving the new belief that I want, I celebrate that. And it might be I have a second cup of coffee. It might be I have some caramel. Whatever it is, whatever is rewarding to you, that's what you want to pick and choose. So that's what we're working on today. And I think that this applies to each and every area of our life. I talked about it in Supersize Your Business as well, and how our businesses have limiting beliefs or beliefs that hold us back from achieving what we want, just like we do as individuals. But the fastest way to make change is to change yourself first. Why? Because you have 100% control over changing yourself. You don't necessarily have 100% control over changing the culture in your business overnight, but you can impact it starting today. And I encourage everybody to do that. I want all of us to be out making the world a better place. Because if we're making the world a better place, guess what? The evil and the negative and the corruption and the garbage and the wars and the hate and all the negative things are falling away and losing power. And I'm a fan of that good trumps evil all the time. All right. Any questions, hit me up and ask. Otherwise, try this. Have an awesome day. And I will, of course, be with you tomorrow, 4th of July. Happy birthday, America. Bye.